Alright. Guys, that was it. Alright, so let's see what it is. Freaking 13 millimeter. Do you understand? Do you get that? 13? Lucky 13. 13. Oh, Adec, you have a sense of humor. 13. Hey guys, it's Jason from the Dental Cone Repair channel. Today we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a delivery unit repair. I'm in one of my client's offices and I was just presented with an issue with an Adec. This is a Century Plus delivery unit and it is a cart-based unit. This unit is the style that has, there's a kind of an electric handpiece control on it, but this is a very standard thing to see. It's a Century Plus. And the issue that we're having today, I believe, is that the water, when we go to push the air water syringe button, the water button, we're getting kind of a spurting. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like there's air and there's water mixed in there. Like when I am pushing it, I can see that there's air and water coming out the same place. So this, I believe, is going to be correlated to this bottle manifold right here. What happens is the bottle manifold that comes with these is pretty terrible. And actually, it's interesting, while I'm here working, this air water syringe is like crying and needs attention. So that's pretty fun. So that one right there is about to drip again. And yeah, so that's totally fun. So that is what today's gonna hold. So that's leaking. Now, when I go to pull this bottle off, I'm gonna leave the master on. I can hear hissing coming from here. And when I take this off, I can actually see in there, it's kind of like a, there was a little bit of a, you know, stuff going on. So what I think is going on here is that there's basically a crack in that manifold. And what I'm going to cover with you today is how to replace that manifold with a much better one. So here we go. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is we need to gain access to this area. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the unit to stop the hissing, and I'm going to get my tools. Alright, I don't know how easy or hard this is going to be. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take off this cover right here. Now you got to be kind of careful when you do this because there's electricity at this point. And if you want to be extra safe, you just follow that umbilical down there and disconnect it from the wall power. But I'm gonna live dangerously here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off right here. And then I'm going to pull this part out, and that's going to create a little bit of, it's going to create a gap there. Now I'm going to take this and slide that in to kind of keep that from bugging me. Now, oh, okay. Oh, all right. So this is a pretty good example of why these suck. So what you can see here is you can see evidence of cracking and evidence of leaking. All right. Now they do make a kit to repair these, but these are just miserable. So I'm going to show you how to resolve this issue. Okay. So this is as far as we need to go to access this, and here we go. So I'm going to do it with the tools that I have available. And so the way that this, all right, so the way that this is attached is there's there's a hexagonal doodad up there, and it's screwed up into there, and it's actually screwed to the center. So what you have to do is you have to like unscrew that part in order to get that part out. So let me try to give you a little bit of a better perspective here for what we're doing, because this job sucks. And as you can tell, I have like drills and stuff, because sometimes it takes that. All right, so here we go. So there we go. Try to focus you in there on that manifold, which is right here. Okay. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this straw off. So the straw, I think, might have broken, but anyhow, this straw hasn't been replaced in a super long time. And so now what we've got underneath is we have a hexagonal, it's just like a screw, and I don't know, maybe you'll see that. Let me shine a little light here. Okay. And so here we go. So here's our, so see that hexagon right there in the middle? Okay, so that's what we're gonna grab onto. And I'm gonna screw that counterclockwise. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm gonna unthread that. All right, so here we go. And I'll show you how I'm gonna do it now. I don't know what size. I don't know what size that is. I should probably know what size that is, but I don't, because I don't care. I'm just gonna use this. So I'm gonna screw that, I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna firmly grasp it, okay? So I didn't even look. So I'm firmly grabbing it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn. And as I turn it, that top is gonna turn. Maybe it's gonna turn. All right, let's see what we got here. So I'm gonna grab with two hands and then try to turn it. Oh my goodness, what a piece of garbage. All right. Oh. All right, well, we're gonna find out what size socket that is. Here we go. All right, guys, here we are. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be some kind of stupid metric. We'll see. Maybe not. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my gosh, I don't have half my freaking stuff here, so. All right. All right. Thought I had my socket. I don't. So here we go. I'm gonna put this onto there because I can. And then I'm gonna screw that up in there. And that doesn't fit. That's a 9/16. So something bigger than 9/16. How about this one? This one here is gonna be 15 millimeter. Is it gonna be 15? Hmm? Oh my goodness. No. It's gonna be 15. It's gonna need to be deep socket. Who knows? I don't know. 11/16. Well, no, that wasn't it. Oh my goodness. There's another 15. I have two 15 millimeter sockets. What's this one? 16? Probably not. I don't know. Oh gosh. I bet that stupid thing is hanging down too far. Oh man, that's not it. This is not my most glorious moment here. I don't know, let's try some deep socket. Oh. I don't know. Oh. You know. Alright. Guys, that was it. Alright, so let's see what it is. Freaking 13 millimeter. Do you understand? Did you get that? 13? Lucky 13. 13. Oh, Adec, you have a sense of humor. 13. Oh my goodness. Alright. I forget a lot of things, but I probably won't forget that. Alright, so there we go. So there's 13. Now, because I don't actually have an adapter for that, because why would I have the right adapter? Oh my gosh. This is a hot mess, guys. Oh my gosh. Alright, here we go. This is how desperate I am not to have to go back out to my truck. Alright, so here we go. So I'm just going to grab onto this, and now I'm going to go ahead and make sure I turn it the right way, and then I'm going to pull towards myself. Oh my goodness. Alright, maybe not. Maybe I'll just grab on the socket. Maybe I'll have to go out to the car. Maybe I'll have to go get my proper tool. Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh. What a piece of garbage. Alright. Oh man. You know, Adec, this is the one design you guys had that I really hate. Okay, well, that's so awesome. Oh. You know what? Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's how it's gonna go. Wow, this is my life. Alright, so there we go, guys. Yeah. Huh? How about that? That's freaking gonna get it. 13 millimeter adapter, screwdriver. Here we go. Oh my gosh, what a pain in the butt. Now, as I'm turning that, you can kind of see it turn a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's like all corroded in there. What a pain in the rear end. Oh, alright. Dang, guys. What a piece of trash. Alright. So I'm going to spin that whole piece of garbage out. Blah. Alright, so here we go. 13. Thank you. 13 millimeter. Alright. Now, this is our little design here. See, it's got these little O-rings in it that leak. And it's just this whole little trashy thing. So, alright, instead of doing that, and actually somebody did say on the dental channel, the dental Facebook page, they were like, well, give them credit. This is a great design. Okay, it's a good design, but it's not a good design to repair. It's not a good design in 2025. I don't like it. Alright, so here we go. So now what we did was we pulled the manifold off, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull out the manifold, maybe. Oh man, guys, I don't know what to do. So these are 10-32 screws, and they should go into the manifold. These are 10-32 screws. They should go into the manifold that I should have. After all this nonsense, getting all the way to there, I clearly don't have enough screws. I usually get these, I buy a couple packs of them. They're 10/32 1/2 inch. And I don't have enough. I'm down to my last one, which means that I used it. It did not go get some more. So, I'm gonna go get some off my truck, maybe, if I am lucky. And then we will go ahead and complete this repair. And I also forgot the manifold. So I go get the manifold. I'll be back. Alright guys, so here we are. We're in front of the unit, and I did go ahead and find some 10/32 screws, 2 of them. These ones are the ones that we need. And I also have a bottle manifold that's the non-terrible type. This is a DCI model 8134. So here's what I'm going to do. First of all, this DCI unit, you can kind of tell what goes where, because like here the blue tube is on the inboard side, and so that one connects to the red tube. Okay, so it's like there's 2 holes, one goes down and over, and then the back one goes down and over. There's room for it to put a gauge on it. We're not going to put a gauge on this one. So what we're going to do is I need to change this large tube to a barb, 1/8. So I'm just going to grab it with pliers here, as is my custom, and I'm just going to turn that, and then you just spin the whole tube, and then this will just spin off. Now with these, you don't need to put a gasket on them. So I'm going to go ahead and get a gasket. I'm sorry, I'm going to get a barb. So right here this is my little repair kit. Inside of it, I'm going to just find a 1/8 inch barb, which is going to be inside of here. So there we go. That's what that looks like. Okay. And then I'll also get a little ferrule for later. So I'm going to set those right up here. Okay. It's just going to shoot off. Alright, so now here's what we're going to do. We're going to thread that guy on there. Now, I'm going to use my 6-in-1 to tighten that like so. Not super tight, just tight enough. And then I'm going to take this clamp off of here, pull this tube off, and now. So the lower one is going to be where the water goes in, which is going to match up with the red. So what I'm going to do is take my tack puller, and I'm going to tack pull off the, there we go. I'm going to use the tack puller to tack pull off the lower line, and okay, that's going to go to the lower line. Okay, and I'm going to shove that on. So, and I'm going to try not to pull too much on everything, and then show you guys. So that's the red is on there now, okay, and I'm going to shove that guy onto there, and then this other collar goes on to clamp it. So that's what that looks like when that's engaged. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the green and yellow, which is our air pressure, and I'm going to go and hook that up to the top. Okay, just like so. And again, I'm going to use my tack puller to get, now this is going to be where the, so there's our piece that came off, and then shove that one on the top there. So now that's where the air pressure comes to pressurize the bottle. And there we go. So now the manifold's in there. Now all I need to do is orient everything correctly. Now we'll see these screws should go in like so. And then those screws are going to align with the holes that are underneath the top of the bottle, okay? So I'm going to try to do that from there. Hopefully this kind of makes makes sense what's going on. Now sometimes the spacing isn't quite right. I think the spacing is going to be good today. So now I'm going to put that other screw in there, and this is part of the magic of this. So now I'm going to screw that in. Yep, spacing is perfect. Alright, so now here's our intermediate fit. Then I'm going to take an Allen wrench, hopefully it's the right size, which it is. Now I'm going to spin that until it tightens. Okay. And again, those are just 1/2 inchers. And then those just go right in there, and I just shocked myself on the outlet a little bit. Gave myself a little bit of a zinger. That's pretty nice. Okay. So, all right, now I'm going to tighten tight. And I'm going to go tight. Okay, double check them. Guys, that is all that takes. So now what we're going to do is I will go ahead and this is the bottle they had with it, so it's a shorty. Now this is the straw they had, which I think is probably, I don't know, pretty stinking old. So I think they'll need a new straw. So I'm going to go ahead and then cut this for the bottle. Now the way that I'm going to do that is I'll just hold the bottle up to it. Imagine where it's going to be. Take that, and then I'm just going to cut this at an angle. And if I cut it at an angle right there, okay, now that this manifold comes with a gasket, so we'll just go ahead and spin that on there like so. Okay, and now I'm just going to turn the unit on like so. Now what I'm expecting is when I go to test this, it's not going to spurt. Okay, and that's very nice and smooth. There's no air in there at all. Okay, very nice. All right, guys, so to review, we had this manifold that was not in good condition, showing signs of cracking on the top. I can kind of see like where it's cracked, like right there. And that cracking, I think, resulted in air going where it shouldn't have gone. Also too, this one, I really don't like this manifold because look at how the gasket covers up half the hole. Now that's actually the hole where the air comes in. So what you'll find sometimes is if you go to replace this gasket and it covers up that hole, then it won't work. So you can post in the comments if that's actually happened to you before, but I know it's happened to me. So I kind of despise these. It's just they don't age well. I mean, this thing is pretty, it just looks pretty rough. And I think you can get those O-rings, but I don't like this system at all. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful. This is definitely a repair that you can do anytime you see this. You can go ahead and you can put in that. Okay, that's what I would recommend. All right, and again, to review, that's going to be this DCI part number 8134. So guys, it's been good spending a couple little minutes with you. Hope you have a good day, hope you have a good week, and hopefully this was helpful for you. Take care.